Hey, hi everyone. So this is Bakapa here. So in the previous tutorial, right? So we have discussed how to set up the Appium with the Selenium GRID. So we were created the one server and we have created the two nodes and we have registered two nodes to the our Selenium GRID, right? So if I hit the grid console, right, in the localhost, so I should be able to see these two grids. Sorry, these two nodes connected to the our Selenium grid. So one is running on the 4725 and second node is running on the 4727. So in the same way you can see here also. So in the this is our Selenium hub where it is up and running, and you can see the registered node here. So one is with the 4725 and the second node is with the 4727. So we have discussed the setup part. So in the today's tutorial, right, so we will discuss how to execute your mobile automation script on the Selenium grid. So here I have just created a simple Maven project here. If you don't know how to create the Maven project, you can go to my channel. So here I have discussed in the this tutorial how to set up Selenium Maven project from the scratch. You can learn how to create the simple Maven project. And another tutorial also you can refer, that is a session 1. That is how to work with the tabs and windows using Selenium 4. And one more tutorial is there, so you can refer that tutorial also for creating your Maven project and how to add the dependency into the Maven project. So you can refer this develop framework in 30 minutes, this tutorial as well. So simply I'll move on to our Eclipse IDE. So first I'll explain you what are the dependency I'm using here. The first dependency I'm using here is that is Selenium server dependency. That's a version of 3.141.59. So that is a Selenium server dependency. And the second dependency I'm using testng of the version 6.14.3. And the last dependency I'm using, that is a Java client. So this is for our mobile automation script execution. So version 7.3.0. So only these three dependency I'm using it for executing our mobile automation script. So that's all. So quickly I will create the one simple package. Under that I will create the simple testng test case. So under src test java I'm creating the package. So com dot test automation dot grid. So that's it. I'll click on finish. So under this package I'm creating one class. So name of the class I'm giving it as Appium grid demo. Then I'll click on finish button. So this is our simple Java class. So here I'm writing a simple method, that is public void test1. Then I'll surround this method with the @test. So I'll import this @test from the org.testng.annotations. So that's it. So far what we have discussed, right? So already we have connected two nodes. So that's where the Selenium hub. So it's having two nodes. This is a node 1 and this is a node 2. And we have created a simple Maven project. Under that I am creating one simple testng test case. So to execute our mobile automation script, we need to set the some of the desired capabilities. So that reason here I'm creating the object of the desired capabilities class. So here simply I'm creating the object of the desired capabilities so that we can rebuild this particular object. So here I'm specifying a reference name for this. So I'll simply specify the desired capabilities for this. So that's it. So here I've just created the object of the desired capabilities class. I'll use a reference of this and I'll set the capability for. So if you look at here, right, so I'm specifying in the format of key and value format, that is in terms of a string I'm specifying. So that's the reason I'm selecting the fourth option. If you look at here, first parameter is string and the second parameter is also string. So you can specify in the double quotes, that is a key and the value format. So simply I'll copy this line. So first properties, that is a platform name. So platform name, it should be Android if you're running your script on the Android device. And the second capability I'm setting here, that is a automation name. So I'm specifying it as a UI automator 2. Third capability I'm setting here, app package. So in our case, right, so app package and app activity, so you can simply copy from one. So in my case, what I'll do, I'll copy it from the one of the tutorial what I have discussed in the previous sessions, right? So I'll go to my youtube.com, sorry, YouTube channel. So here, right, so simply I'll search with the Appium by Buckapine. So I'll go to the Appium series by Buckapine. So here I'll go to the 6th tutorial. So simply I'll pass this and I'll go to the description. So in this tutorial I have discussed how to launch the calculator app. So in our case, right, so just I'm demonstrating simple app launching, and you can perform the activities at your end. You can try it, but definitely it should work fine. So simply we are launching the calculator app. You can try performing the action in this particular app, but in my case I'm not performing any of the actions. So I have already discussed how to inspect the element, how to write XPath, how to cross verify your XPaths. So if you are able to refer this entire playlist, so this will help you to automate the any mobile web application and as well as mobile native app. So in my case, right, in today's session, so just I'm launching the calculator app and simply I'm closing that, right? So in the description, if you go there, so that is a Appium tutorial for beginner 6. So simply I'll copy these two capabilities, that is the app package and app activity. So I'll paste it in my code. So simply I'll delete this stuff, two stuffs which is not required for me. So I'll replace capabilities. So that's it. So far we have added platform name Android, and the second property, that is automation name, that is UI automator 2, and the third set of property we have added, that is app package and the app activity. So next we need to add another three more capabilities. We need to set the three more capabilities. That is the first one is UDID. And let me set the UDID for UDID value here. So you can go to the command prompt, simply type here ADB devices. So in my case, so I'm considering the device 1, UDID value, and in the similar way you can specify the device name. So instead of UDID I'll specify device name, and the last property I'm going to set, that is the system port. So this is useful when you are performing the parallel execution, or if you're distributing your execution in multiple devices. So here I'm adding 8201, because if we go to the my node1.json file, you can see the one property with the value as the 8201. So this is the property I'm referring. So you can specify the same value in your script also. So that's it. So all we are done with the setting all the different capabilities for the desired capabilities object. So just simply we are rebuilding the object of desired capabilities. Now what you need to do? So we need to create the object of the remote web driver. So this accepts two objects. First one is URL class object, that is URL, and the next one is desired capabilities object. So simply I'm passing here the desired capabilities object. So here you need to specify the hub URL. So what you need to do is go to the server where hub is running. So simply you can copy this URL. That's it. So I'll assign this WebDriver object to the WebDriver type. So that's it. You can import the related packages from the Selenium jar. So in the same way you can import the remote WebDriver also. So need to import URL from the java.net. So that's it guys. So after that simply I'll surround this code with the try and catch. So that's it. So before starting our execution, here I'm writing one system.out.println. So here I'm saying execution started, and in the similar way whenever execution ended, so here I'll say execution end. So that's it guys. So after launching this APK, right, so we are launching the calculator app by using this app package and app activity. So I'll wait after launching this particular APK in this particular device. So after launching this calculator app, so I'll wait for the few seconds. Here I'm using the thread.sleep. So this is not a good approach, but just for our execution purpose, simply I'm using the thread.sleep. So see here I'm selecting the add throws declaration. So that's it. So I'll use the driver object, then at the end I will close the mobile APK, that is the calculator app. Here I'm calling quit method. So that's it guys. Almost we are done for this coding side. So let me walk through what we have done so far. So in the coding side, so we have created the object of the desired capabilities, then we are setting the platform name, capability, then automation name, app package, app activity, then UDID from the ADB devices. In the same way we are setting the device name and the system port. So this we are getting from the our node configuration JSON file. So that's it guys. So what I'll do, simply I will execute it as a test case. Say run as test. If you look at my server, right, eventually it will get the one request. So after getting the request, right, if you see guys, it got the request and it is trying to connect to that particular node. So if I look at this, my nodes, right, node 1 and node 2. So now it is executing in one of the node. That means, let's say in the real time, right? So server will be placed at one place. So multiple devices from the different infrastructure. So it will be connected to that particular device. So that particular server. So it will execute your script in the client. That is where exactly your node is running, right? So if you look at my execution, so execution started and it performed all the activities. If you have specified some of the activities, then at the end it is ended. Then if you see, there are 0 failures. So that's about the logs, how you can observe your logs. So what I'll do, I'll simply show you the UI, how exactly it is running. So let me close this, minimize this. So here I'm saying test. So I'm placing in front of you all the devices, I mean the nodes which is registered with the Selenium GRID. So eventually it will run your script on this particular device. So you can check out the server whether it got the request or not. So if you look at here, so it got the request and it will automatically rotate your request to the appropriate client, that is a node. So if you look at this particular node, right, so it is launched the app and it is waiting for the 5 seconds and simply it is closing your APK. So if you look at the result also, it is execution started and it is ended. Okay guys, so we are able to execute our mobile automation script on the Selenium GRID. So before closing this session, right, so I'd like to highlight few of the things here. So this is a not mandatory capability you need to set. Even UDID and device name and the system port as well. So simply I'll comment this. Still this script will work fine because no need to specify UDID and device name and the system port. So especially this particular property, that is a system port and the UDID. So these two properties are very much useful when you are distributing your execution in a multiple devices, right? So if I execute this, right, so simply it will work fine without any issues. So rest of the properties are very important when you are executing in a parallel or when you are distributing your test execution in a different devices or different emulators. So let me check whether server got the request or not. So if you look at here, it got a request and eventually should see the execution here. So if you look at in the first device, so our script already launched the APK, then simply it is closing the APK as well. So if you look at here, total test run is 1 and there are 0 failures. So that's all guys. So only here, only three properties are mandatory when you're dealing with any APK automation. So first one is the platform name and the second one is app package and third capability is app activity. Only these you can use and you can perform your all the actions and the validations. So that's all guys I have from my end in this session. So if you have any questions, if you have any feedback for me, you can comment in the comment section. If you like this video, please click on the like button and also share with your friends and colleagues.